Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nara. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about the headlines of Nara Smith going on an interview and pretty much saying that she's not a trad wife. Many years ago, there was something called YouTubers. And I remember when YouTube first got big on the scene, I used to watch makeup tutorials. I used to watch as a teenager. I used to watch different lifestyle content creators. Back then, they weren't called lifestyle content creators, or they were called YouTubers. People that was making millions of YouTube, changing their family lives. But back then, it was more of the like gatekeepers because nobody was actually explaining how they got their wealth on YouTube. So back then it was YouTubers. Then I remember the switch when Instagram came around, and then it became influencers. So people went from being YouTubers, documenting their life on YouTube, to influencers now having, getting brand deals and actually being of influence. So if an influencer tells you, like, look, this cricket machine is the best out there, you should use it. This is what people will start buying stuff like that. That's why they started calling them influencers. Then now in today's age, the term for it is content creating. So Nara Smith, she is a content creator. She got viral and famous because she used to post her content of her cooking from scratch for her husband. She brought back the narrative of being a traditional wife into the mainstream media again, to where people actually, like, she became a big debate because of how she used to post um how she will cook everything from scratch for her husband. I'm talking about down to the jelly, to the peanut butter. She doesn't buy anything that's already mixed and processed, and everything was pretty much real from scratch cooking. And how she used to speak, she in the video she speak in a soft manner, very quiet voice.
My dad just landed after an 8-hour flight from Germany, so I decided to make us a quick spring dinner. Even though I don't eat cake, I know that my dad would love a cake after a long flight, so I made him a blood orange upside down olive oil cake. I started by slicing my blood orange, cooking that in water and sugar, and getting started on my cake batter. After about 15 minutes, I laid my oranges down, topped it with the batter, and baked it for about 40 minutes. He loves a good potato, so I made a duck fat roasted one. Started by parboiling my russet potatoes, draining them, giving them a good shake to rough them up before pouring them in my skillet with hot duck fat, seasoning them and baking them for about an hour. In the meantime, I made my garlic and lemon zest compound butter to go under the chicken skin, pulled out the cake, brushed it with some of that blood orange sugar syrup, and set that aside while I got started on a spring salad. I love seasonal produce, so I did arugula, fennel, watermelon, radish, mint, feta, and snap peas. I topped it with a lemon vinaigrette and set it aside before I moved on to my chicken. I got the butter all under the skin, seasoned it some more, and baked it for about an hour. And while that was in the oven, I made a charred garlic chimichurri type sauce with some charred garlics, shallot, chili, cilantro, parsley, olive oil, vinegar, and a good pinch of salt. I plate everything and my dad loves it, especially the cake that was gone before the night ended.
She's being seen as the perfect housewife. I mean, to me, what is a perfect housewife? Then he brings up the question of what is a perfect traditional wife. That's what she gave to me. In today's time, people tend to look at being a traditional wife like it's a negative. We live in a world where being submissive to your household, where the order of Christ is seen and looked at as evil, where good is seen as bad and bad is seen as good. For example, a woman who is a devoted Christian or just a devoted God lover, she has a relationship with God, and she follow the laws and she follows the Bible and she wants to wait for marriage. In today's society, it's looked as a negative. Like, I've heard women who have literally hit on women for holding on their virginity until marriage. Like, that's actually a great thing that I would love to actually teach my daughters. But anyway, in today's time, this will be considered as bad. That's just an example. And a woman who actually explore her sexuality is big up and seen more as an example, if that makes sense. But I thought this was a perfect topic to talk about because as a traditional wife myself, or into this term, trad wife. So here's the story. She's a big influencer who reached popularity and became famous and wealthy rich off her content that she is a housewife that cooks her man meals from scratch every day, and whatever he's craving, whatever he mentioned he says he wants, he's gonna get it from scratch. And part of her brand is that she talks in that very soft, gentle tone, and she also dresses in those beautiful older school gowns and in like very classy, elegant fashion, right? So she recently did an interview where she pretty much said that one, she actually loves cooking, and the reason she started cooking is because when COVID happened, it was a lot of, don't quote me because I need to go back and watch the whole video. I started, I didn't finish it. But, she didn't want to eat or feed her family processed food no more. So this is how her love for cooking from scratch started. And she actually loves cooking, so that's why she does it all the time. But she doesn't wash the dishes. She says her husband 100% wash all the dishes in her household, and he does all the cleaning.
You know what? Let's Google what the definition of a trad wife is.
Well, that's perfect. I'm actually going to ask you,
Yes.
What do you consider a trad wife?
Well, I had to look up the term
Read it to me.
because I wasn't familiar with that, right? I didn't quite know what it means. But the fast answer is a trad wife is a woman who embraces or promotes a traditional model of marriage and family life where she typically prioritizes being a homemaker and a primary caregiver for kids, takes primary responsibility for cooking, cleaning, and managing the household, supports her husband's role as the primary breadwinner, often values traditional gender roles within marriage. So with that definition and those points, I'm none of that. And we can go through it point by point. I don't prioritize being a homemaker. I'm a working mom. Like, I am out in LA. I travel a lot. Do I love cooking because it's my passion and because I kind of have to do it given my autoimmune? Absolutely. But that's a passion of mine. It's a hobby. It's not something that I need to be doing for what?
Right?
Right.
Keep going. I like this.
This
is good.
Primary caregiver for my kids? No. My husband and I split it 50-50. Like, when he works, I watch them. When I work, he watches them. And now, given everything that's been going on, we also have help. My mom's out. We have someone that helps us with the kids because it's just not doable for me to do it all. So that doesn't really work, right? Takes primary responsibility for cooking, cleaning, and managing the household. Yeah, I like to cook. Okay, sue me. I like to cook. My husband burns everything apart from a good steak, so he'll do that. But I like cooking, so I'm doing it. Household and cleaning, he does the dishes. I don't touch the dishes. There's no way you're gonna see me washing and scrubbing the dishes. Also, he cleans our house.
So that is a big shocker because her image, her brand, her content, the brand deals I'm sure she gets also is based on her being her housewife, a child wife, her going on a streaming platform and pretty much saying that she cooks but she doesn't clean, or she doesn't do any cleaning. She doesn't clean, she doesn't wash the dishes, and that her marriage is more like a 50-50, 60-40. It wouldn't be per se a traditional marriage where the man is the provider and the protector and everything he's supposed to do, and he plays his role as a father, takes care of the family and stuff like that. And then the woman takes care of the home. He's the head, right? The head of the house, and she's the foundation. She's the body, she's the arm, she's the legs, she's the heart, she is the stomach, she is the thighs, she's the knees, she is everything that a body needs to function. I always use this analogy with the whole gender war. Like, it's always trying to pin women against men and men against women, that both genders need each other. If he's the head of the house, she is the body and the foundation. Like, the head cannot function without the body, and there cannot be a body walking around lost without any direction. Okay, think about it. If I'm a body, I'm just a body with no head. I can't see, I can't hear, I can't, smell. So I'm missing a lot of big parts of what makes me a human, right? So I'm just a walking zombie, a walking vessel with no direction, no to see where I'm going, no direction to hear where I'm going, and I can even enjoy food without the head. And then a head just sitting around, stuck somewhere, unalive, because it doesn't have a body. It doesn't have arms, so he can grab whatever he needs. It doesn't have the feet to run and reach for the moon. It doesn't have the heart, to keep everything intact. It doesn't have your colon for whatever you eat to digest it. Like, you need knees to bend down. You need all of this, right? And I look at a woman like we are the foundation, we are the body, and then they're the head of the house. So if any danger comes to the house, they are responsible to handle it. They're supposed to go up front and be the first one in line to come up with a smart, in the moment, quick decision on how to protect your family. So that's my take on this. But back to the story. She came back and pretty much said that he's the head of the house, but she also works. Like, people don't see when she turns the camera on. People don't see the her real life, her backstory, and how this is it's pretty much mostly content. She explained how it actually works. She explained like the backstory I just said about how she started cooking from scratch. And one day she was doing a video, and her talking voice is totally different from her talking voice in her content. Like, when she's sitting regularly having a conversation, she sounds different from when she's filming content and talking like this. And yes, guys, my husband was like a Marilyn Monroe back in the day, like woman back in that time, extremely soft, extremely feminine, which is beautiful. Like, I don't not that. I don't look upon that. I think it's beautiful being fully a woman and not having to leave any harshness and live in your whole pure feminine energy is beautiful to me. But yes, back to the story.
This came from me having put my baby down, and I was like, I've just spent so much time putting you down. There's no way I'm gonna jeopardize waking you up.
But mom's gotta work.
But I gotta get this video up. I take no days off, so we just gotta make it happen. So I spoke really softly and quietly, and I didn't wake my kid up. And then I posted it, and then that's how the voice kind of came about. So everything was born out of this like really innocent place.
It's really crazy to know, because I feel like everyone knows that voice, and even people have recreated it. Obviously, like now
Yes,
people
I've
do their
seen that.
Nara Smith voice. And it's wild to be like, you were just like quickly like, ooh, I got to get this up and I'm just going to whisper. But then after that, you're like, okay, people clearly like it.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to give it to them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't always do the voice, right?
When I do my voiceovers, usually I do the voice, and then when I do talking directly to camera, it's usually my normal.
So she softened her voice so she didn't want to wake the baby up during her filming. I was like, oh my God, like, that's crazy. And then she saw how well the video performed. It exploded and went viral. So that's how she started doing all her content moving forward. So my take on it, as an actual tried wife, I am a real in the gutter, in the field. What Drake said, you wasn't in the gym shooting, now I made it, now you want to be all in my circle. To me, I'm in the field, I'm in the gym shooting shot. I actually do this every single day. What makes you a housewife or a so-called traditional wife? My take on it, based on my personal life and experiences as a growing up in Haiti. Now, there's a cultural difference. Women in the Caribbean are raised a little bit different. I clean my entire house. My husband doesn't clean. I cook all of our meals. My husband doesn't cook. Most of the Caribbean are very traditional household. Like, the woman cook, clean. I know how to make rice and beans, goat, lamb, chicken, turkey, fish, whole red snapper, whole yellowtail, whole tilapia. This is what I know how to do. So certain things I'll learn on my own, but certain little like American food. He might walk me through on how to do it. But other than that, I cook everything in the house, 100%. I wash 100% of the dishes. This is the role I chose to do. And because I love my family, these are stuff that I do with pleasure. I actually enjoy cooking. It's therapeutic for me. And I love the way I make people feel when they eat my food. I enjoy the actual process of taking something from from blendness, rawness, and bringing it so much flavor in life, right? So I actually love to cook. If I had it my way right now and we were to be financially free, I'll probably and I had help with my kids, I will probably go to school for. It's a lot of things I will go back to school for and would love to actually learn, and cooking would be one of them. I also am into skincare, a good skin routine, good skincare. I'll probably go back to school for that. My dream is to own a farm, so I'll go back to school for agriculture and farming, but stuff like this. But cooking will be one of them because I actually enjoy it. Cleaning, I love to clean. Those are stuff that I actually love. I grew up doing. We were taught all these things were positive things to do. It's not, we don't do it as like a negative thing, like you're the woman, you're supposed to do this. No, I actually love and enjoy doing these things. So, and I am the woman and I'm supposed to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like both situation, but for some people it's a negative thing because although they are the woman of the house, they're supposed to do those things. I feel like some women actually don't enjoy it. So not everybody is nurturing. I don't think every woman is nurturing, especially in today's time where it's been put upon women to tap in their masculinity way too much. I think we should be beautiful. I'm a fragile glass that want to be put in a corner and looked at, a precious glass. Very not weak, but very valuable. Something you want to protect, something you want to put in a case and cover it so no dust, no dirt touches it, because she's just so pure and just so delicate. It's one of a kind. Very, it's just unique and it's his own thing and it's just shaped beautifully. Like this is how I look at women, right? So my take is to be in your feminine bag. Like be a girl, yeah. Get your hair done, as long as it's healthy, it promotes either outer health or inward health. I'm for it. And yeah, look good, smell good, and stuff like that. So I don't want to tap into my masculinity all the time. If I have to, when I have to, especially now I'm in like my mother bag, I'm all about motherhood. That's all I do. So being a traditional wife and I'm literally a housewife, a traditional wife, a stay-at-home wife. But it's pretty much by default because I don't have a village. I'm in the process of building my village. So, like I said earlier, I am from Haiti, so I want to bring my mother and my sisters, people I know I can leave in the house with my kids and go on a date or go to work or go on vacation, take 2-3 days off because I know they're in good hands with their grandmother and their aunties. So that's my dream. I would love to have, that's my dream. But long story short, as a traditional wife, I'm one by default. Technically I was gonna be one regardless, because like I said, I grew up to learn how to do all these things for myself, for a husband, for my children, for a family and stuff like that. So I feel like this is a calling for me. It's who I am. It's gender role. I don't have a, that's just who I am. It's instilled in me, and I love family. I'm a family woman. So, but I also love to have my own stuff. I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to be able to have my dream car, that I want to be able to contribute towards the house. Like I do not want to see my husband just struggling to make end meets. I want to be able to help towards the house, to contribute as well. So to me, if I had a village with my babies, I will go to work so I can pay for my stuff. Like if I need my nails done, I don't want to have to ask. If I need my toes done, I don't want to have to ask. If my husband was wealthy enough to where I can either have my own card that's gonna be loaded with funds every month. We don't have money. We are poor people. We don't have money like this. So especially in this economy, and we have small children who cost a lot because they require a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of money. So it technically was about to focus. I would have gotten a job. I would have started and focused and locked in on my business. I would have went back to school for agriculture so I can learn how to plan and deal with nature for when I do, am able to get there financially and own a farm. But other than that, I don't have a village. I don't have anybody to live with my children. So I am home 24/7. So I am doing everything a traditional wife is. I love the Most High God. I love proclaiming my love, my gratitude, my admiration for God. So I want to be a woman of God, and I want him to choose me as his daughter and look at me as his daughter. But yes, with the whole Nara Smith topic, I thought it was interesting that she is not a technically traditional wife. Her marriage is more untraditional because they handle the house chores. She cooks and he does all the cleaning. Mine is more traditional, or for a woman like me or you and I's is more traditional because we do the cooking and the cleaning and the everything. The chef, the emotion, we here for emotional support, for raise the children, like the whole shebang, the whole night. And in her marriage, it's not traditional, but she has made million on this brand of wanting us to see, having us believe that this is what she was doing all along. As long as she actually did good in the world, it is what it is. You can't change nothing about it. It's already done. So if she was actually using the platform, if everything that she's been pouring and giving to the world actually inspire other women or men to be like, wow, I want a wife like this. I want to be able to be the head of the house. I want to be able to provide. And let me get up and go to work so I can build this life for whenever I'm ready for a wife. So I'm able to take care of my wife like this. So she can stay home and cook me meal from scratch because she loves, because everything is going accordingly. Everything is in order. And if she also inspire women to actually want to cook more, like by giving, she has recipes and stuff like that, by getting into more cooking, being into with their femininity, wanting to, actually do the right thing, raise their children. If that's what she was promoting and taking care of the house, I see it either way. It's a win-win for her. She won, both by projecting actually positive message that people can consume and something with substance, and she actually was getting paid and getting brand deals, and she became like a millionaire and somebody of status because of that type of content. I just feel like certain things got to be in you to do. And I've seen other women where they said, well, when you got with me, I don't like to clean. I don't like to clean. The cleaning is on you, and I'll do the cooking. Or I don't cook. There's other women that don't cook. As long as it aligns with God, with you living in your purpose, and you're doing everything that you're supposed to do towards him, because he's the only one that matters, then and it works for y'all, then it is what it is. As long as the kids is being taken care of, there's food on the table, everybody's happy, then it's no harm in it. But this is it, y'all. This is my take on this. I want to take a moment to shout out all my new subscribers, as I've been doing in every video. I thank y'all and I appreciate y'all. It will be more coming soon. I'm still learning every day. I'm still trying to master this and get really, really good at it, because I wanted to start YouTube back in, I came to America in 2011. Sorry, brain fart, mommy brain. So I came to America in 2011, and I've been told to start a YouTube channel since 2011, y'all. It is now 2026. This is 15 years long overdue. Like, I remember I used to work my first job, and I used to have different people walk up to me. You look like a model, or you look like this. Before I had the kids, before I had them tatas, yeah, it was all model. It was all modeling here. But anyway, yeah. This is it. I am getting better. I'm very excited for this chapter. If you're new here, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And if you've been following me from that first video I dropped a couple months ago, almost 3 months ago, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Do what I should think. Do it, baby. Do
Motherhood.